so now you see, okay, filling starts here. And now in the results, you can see that the snapshot filling, or let's do like this. You see that filling is not balanced because we have those two bigger holes in the edge, in those edges here. Filling first is ready here, and then it starts filling the both ends. If we say, okay, I don't want the part to be like this, we can now go and, for example, here I did 4 groups in this plane, because on the inside it usually doesn't really matter if we say, okay, it's 1 millimeter more or less, but we can change filling by this. So, well, let's directly go to the changed thing. And here I said, okay, I have those 4 areas, but let's first switch only those 2 areas. And I added 0.5 millimeters to those. So you can see it if you go to the wall thickness again. And well, if we look like this, you see that they are a bit darker than the rest. So difference is not that big. And in the end, I would just move those parts a bit so that they are thicker. But we directly can see that the result of that will be a much more balanced filling. As you see, all 4 edges are now not filled. And well, it's not balanced for 100%, but now it's 98%, I think. So let's go something here till the other edges start to open. Now you see that they are not filled. Yeah, it's kind of 98% that the filling is balanced by now. And so this is how you can optimize your filling, your part, and so on. And well, this was still quite an easy part, but we can also have much more complex part for this. So I like to show you an example in a PowerPoint now. I think now you should be able to see the PowerPoint, and you see that this is a filter for water. And we are not talking about that top thing of that filtering system. And of course, those are 2 parts that are connected to each other in the end. And well, let's have a look on the upper part. And there you can see that filling is really unbalanced. So here we need much more filling than on the other side. And as the material here was fiber reinforced, you can imagine that when the first part was filled, then the fibers went through it. And so on the bottom of that top part, you didn't see a round result in the end, but it was oval. So what did we do? We said, okay, let's take some sensors here all around on one height. And we knew that those sensors in optimum should be filled at the same time. So we took our optimization system and created 5 groups. Just like I showed you, we took those groups to say, okay, those areas are allowed to be changed in thickness. Of course, here, it would be quite hard to do this manually because, for example, if I change the thickness in the light blue and then go to the dark blue one, those are quietly connected to each other. But as we took the Varimos, we were able to optimize this automatically. We did some calculations, and this is also the positive thing about the parametric change in thickness, because you don't have to test all the meshes that were created. You can just change the thickness, calculate them, and see the result. And in the end, here you see the change of the part in the end. So you see that here, for example, there was a bigger hole and the hole got slower. So this is thicker now, this is thicker now, and also here we became thicker. And by this optimization tool, we really knew how much thicker it should be. So we were able to optimize this. And so we got the answer how to change it. And so before optimization, we had this filling pattern, and after optimization, we had the other filling pattern. And of course, this filling pattern now is much better because indeed all the fibers now are lying in one direction. And so also geometry is much better. So the red one is the one before optimization. And this, you see that deviation was much bigger than before, than it should be, because the tolerance just to put part 1 on part 2 was 0.15. And so we always had some points where we are out of range. And now after the optimization, we are everywhere less than 0.05 millimeters. And so it was really easy to put those things together now. And well, this is how you can optimize the filling by changing wall thickness within CADMOULD.